Hello, gamers. Guess who's back? Well, if you're watching this video, you probably know the answer to that question. I'm back, and I'm here to work on this big old ship. So before I even start this video, I'm gonna say my goal with this video is to finish this. However, I'm recording this before I've even done most of the work, so I might not finish it. You should watch to the very end and find out. And also to bump up my watch time. That would be very poggers of you if you did that. I'm going to work on the Ragnarok, and the first thing we're going to do is Superstructure. I've worked on some of the Superstructure, so I'm going to take you through some iterations of this big thing. And then we're just going to fly it by wire as we go. Because I don't know what I'm going to do. I might finish it, I might not, you know. Never know. I don't know. You don't know. Find out. Anyway, if I finish it, then I probably already had some big announcements right before this. If I didn't, then there will be some big announcements in the next video. This is kind of redundant because you probably already know the answer to that question, but I don't. So I guess you're ahead of me in that aspect. Anyway, last time we saw turrets. And boy, do I have more stuff for you. So let's go to the next. So here's the next iteration. This one actually doesn't contain all that much except the very obvious. Welcome to the color scheme. If you remember anything about the old Ragnarok, then this is basically the same one. Red on the bottom, white stripes, gray on top. And this is going to be true throughout the entire ship. I just obviously haven't done it yet because the rest of it is not done. And here's how I'm thinking about turrets. I think this looks pretty good. This is kind of similar to what Robaz actually did. He had, you know, the racing stripes on his turrets to make them go faster. So I have racing stripes on my turrets to make them go faster. This is an error here, but, you know, these barrels are going to be decorated anyway, so it doesn't quite matter. I started to experiment with armor, but I kind of fixed it later. As you can see here, I haven't experimented with armor, but I, again, fixed it later. But yeah, this is just mainly color scheme, getting all the turrets, you know, with their cap on, so they look kind of good, in my opinion. Looks pretty mean. So let's see how I did. I'm pretty sure the next iteration has the actual turret armor and the structure. So let's see that one. So here we go. Also keep in mind, this is still like working versions. There's a lot of things on here that aren't permanent, like this is not where the smoke will be. This is not where the munitions detectors will be. This is not where the lambs will be. It's also kind of floating, or not floating well, but we'll fix that later. These fins won't be here, etc., etc. You get the idea. These shields maybe won't be here, etc. Anyway, I've kind of figured out that the best way to armor these turrets is to forsake the idea of armoring the deck itself and just armor the crap out of the turret. So I've armored them like a front sider. There's heavy in the front. There's, you know, all these guys, slopes everywhere. I can grab a turret and peep into it if it tickles your fancy. It's also armored like a front sider. This might not be the best thing, but I have HA wedges anywhere I can fit them in the turret cap. So this thing is actually kind of sturdy. Like, this does hold up pretty well. I've tested this turret armoring, I've tested these turret caps, and it takes like a doom cram to take them out in one shot. So that's like if you get absolutely unlucky. But otherwise, these are pretty good. They actually survive quite well. I think I put them against the Titan Slung with just like this little cap here, and this thing did pretty well. Obviously, we're kind of sinking, which is going to be fixed once we have everything else buoyant and all of that. We're not very buoyant right now because we don't have air pumps or anything like that. These are going to get their own armor. Obviously, I'm going to have to tune these and change these around. The lambs is going to change. All the stuff is going to change. We're going to put detection in here. But this has been my thought process. This is what it looks like. Big, thick, may I say thick, turret armoring. And yeah, that was this iteration. I just kind of combat tested and I worked on the turret armor until I had something that worked. And excuse me, this works. Superstructure, this is just my general idea. Very slopey. I like building it in layers to like break up the monotonousness that these structures can have. If you remember the old one was basically just the turret sat on boxes, and I don't want my turrets to sit on boxes. So I kind of like these like little depth changes. Like this is gonna like you might spot out of here or something like that. I don't know. This might be just a little balcony with chairs, etc. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a big ship person. I don't know real life ships. I don't know historical ships. I don't know anything. When I'm designing superstructure and all this stuff, I'm making it up as I go. The only inspiration I'm taking, usually, is I'll peep at the Steel Strider ships because I really like how they look. So I'm not really like taking any real life precedents and applying them to my ships. Some people do that. I don't. I like to make up my superstructure on the fly. So I don't know what I did next, or what I'm doing next rather, so let's move on to that one. And here it is. Most of the superstructures kind of laid out. Like I have the, got it. It's so not buoyant because of the turret armor right now. But yeah, this is kind of the main idea. I've kept this little walkway from the original Ragnarok. I really liked it. I'm gonna improve on this, but I really like this look. This is where McWalrus is gonna go. You know, I have to have it. So, tons of space, tons of real estate. McWalrus is getting a makeover. I might even, well, I can't update the menu because I don't know how to use Photoshop, but McWalrus is getting some new looks. It's gonna be very nice. It'll be very pog. You can buy all the shitty kangaroo burgers or whatever he sells there as you want. Bridge. I kind of struggled with this. I kind of just decided on a modern-ish design. I don't like how Rabaz had the like flat tomato bridges. You know, they were circular, or not circular, but they look like circular-ish squares. And he just had two of them, like one here and one here. I didn't like that, so I'm going with one bridge in my kind of design. This is how I would make it, and I'm making the Ragnarok, so I get to make it look how I want. That's how it works. I don't know if I show this. I crammed in ammo everywhere. This is probably not final. I'll probably cram in ammo like here and everywhere, and I still have to like fix the internals, like they're not done. I've done a lot of things that are a little stupid and a little nonsensical, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix all that. But for now, we're burning down the superstructure. I want it done. I want this thing to look good before I do the final tunings. But yeah, here there's just going to be a smokestack, and this will probably be where the war room is, right below it. I know engine exhaust going right through the war room, even though it's not how it works, is very cool. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I've been like seething over it, just absolutely molding in anger because I can't figure it out. I think I'm going to do a mast, like it's going to build up here, and then it'll have like a proper mast at the top. But like I can't figure it out, and it's so damn annoying. If you look here, you'll see I've actually added all the detection. So there are munition warners here, and there is proper detection here. This is obviously mimicked, so you don't see it, but there is detection in every one of these Johns. They all got it, and it's all good. Some have radars, some have like proper radars, some have trackers. I kind of just did one has trackers on the front, one has detectors on the front as well, and then same for the back. Anyway, yeah, so this is the bridge design. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I like it. I think it looks good, and it's gonna be ribbed for your pleasure at some point, so it's gonna look even better and even more like the Ragnarok once I'm done with it. And I'll probably add like stuff up here and stuff over here. But yeah, let's see what I did next. Alright, here's the next version. I think I made it sit a little higher. It uses more up props, but we're obviously not going to have up props as hard once we're in the thick of it. So, as you can see here, here's where the war room's going to be, and like other rooms, you know, kind of just laid out this area. I'm going to do some slopes you know, everywhere like I have been, how it's all sloped. But right now I'm just like laying out the general layout. I like the little fins. I think they're cute. That's all. I might change it around, put things here, maybe make a walkway on the outside. But I think they're cute. Makes the bridge look a little better. Again, the ribbing for your pleasure will be here eventually. And like there's gaps everywhere. But as you can see, the tier is the gift that keeps on giving. Because I keep seeing things on the tier and going, wow, that could be me. And so I keep taking its ideas. So here's my smokestacks. If you remember the original Ragnarok, it had literal like, like the smokestacks look like this. Let me just, no. It was just like this the whole way up. It was kind of ugly. So this, in my opinion, is like, wow, way better. Way more progress. Sticking with the bridge. So you can kind of see like the general shape of the ship here, you know. Obviously those gaps won't be there, but you can see what it looks like. And let's compare it with the silhouette of the OG one, just because I like to do that. And I'm kind of just rambling, so who cares? Ragnarok, where are you at? I have a version that doesn't have anything on it. Where are you? Is this you? Nope. Is this you? Yep. Oh, well, this isn't quite. But you can see here. This is what the original looks like. And that's what mine looks like. Kinda there. I think all I really need is some ribs everywhere. I think that'll be good, like on top, on the front, everywhere you can fit them. But I mean, the original ain't that great looking, in my opinion, but we'll get going. I think I chopped the smokestacks off. Oh well. Whoops. Anyway. Yeah, I just need to figure out what goes here. I don't want to do a second tomato bridge like he did. I just want to do like a mast because I think it'll look better. But I don't know how to do it yet. Oh, but you can also see that I'm like pretty much recreating the general layout. Like the walkway, war room, right? I think this is the war room. Or it was in a previous life. And like the smokestacks up here. The Mecha Walrus goes here. And then like the bridge and all the junk. Oh wow, Robaz. This is a little frantic to say the least. But yeah, it's like the same general layout here. Like, you know, bridge, Mecha Walrus, war room, smokestacks, walkway. So I am holding true. I'm not making this up as I go. I am literally looking at the old Superstructure and saying, how would that look if it was new? Or if it was made by me, at least. Well, yeah. I'm probably going to continue just molding over what to put here. And then I guess once I figure that out, then I'll be back. So I'm going to do that. All right. Here it is. The next one. I seethed. Seethed? Past tense? I was seething, I was coping, and I was molding. I could not figure out this section. This is going to be decoed, by the way. This is just here for placeholders, as is this. I'm going to have like a spinning radar turret here, and this is going to be like, you know, properly decoed, like one might expect. But anyway, seething, coping, molding, everything you expect. Because I could not figure this thing out. It was miserable. I had no clue. I also made these bigger. Looks better. Makes the silhouette a little stronger. I couldn't figure this out. And then I suddenly did. I looked at pictures of real boats. And then I got it. And so here it is. Here's basically the finished layout of the Superstructure. This is it. This is what I'm going to do. I might clean things up. Like I might make the stairwells look better. You know, over here they look a little gross. I might clean up these slopes, maybe do something different here, etc., etc. I have to fill this in with something. But for the most part, this is our Superstructure. We're going to have, you know, nice big mast thingy with radars. Discord, shut up. Thank you. Goodbye. Anyway, Railings everywhere because I want this thing to be walkable, which it actually is, by the way. I wasn't going to walk the ship before I'm done, but I'll give a little test walk to show that it is very walkable. The only thing you can't do yet is because there's no interior, is you can't go from down here to up there. So I'm going to cheat my way up there. But once there's interiors, then it'll be better because, you know, there's going to be ways up. But come on, Rambot. And as we can see, like, the whole bridge is here. It's going to be very walkable. There's going to be this area, which I don't know it'll be here. This is just the rear. And there'll probably be a stairwell somewhere along here. Maybe the outside, maybe the interior. Maybe in this room, honestly. Just a little stairwell that's going to lead down into McWaller's here, which will be here. And hopefully you'll see it at the end of this video. I don't know if we're getting there. But all the decoration stuff is last. I just really wanted to get this laid out, and I'm quite happy with it. I kind of like the silhouette. I think it looks pretty good from a distance. Obviously, it's sitting too low. I'm going to fix that later. And I'm missing a lot of stuff like lambs, nodes, the real ones. I'm missing the turret caps on these guys. I'm sitting way too low. I need armor back here. So many things. So, we've seen the superstructure. Let's get on to whatever I decide to do next at random. I like how this looks. I think it's pretty cool. And here it is. This is basically it. Like, this is what the thing's gonna look like without decorations. I've added turret caps to the little Sea Whiz. They're just little tiny turrets, nothing special. I added deck space. It's wood because I feel like wood is correct for what I'm going for here. And yeah, that's mainly what's happened here. Pretty sure I've added some things on the inside, but I probably forgot what they were. I think it was like literally this, the armoring, and I added air pumps so that this is less. So this is more floaty because it's having floating issues, etc. So yeah, this is how it's gonna look. I might change things up. Like, I'm gonna add decorations, like I said before. I'm gonna add, maybe I'll change more things around. I don't know. I can't think of it right now. But this is how she looks. This is what she's got. Right now, we're chilling at 2 mil materials and 40,000 blocks. So if you've been listening to my Discord server, which you should join, by the way, you can submit your own craft for me to review, or in the future, submit crafts for the Ragnarok to fight against. In my Discord, I've been talking about the tournament rules, and I'm going to adjust them as these two numbers change. I'm definitely increasing the block count. I'd previously said like 45, 55. It's definitely going up to like at least 55, 60. Because once I'm done, this thing will probably be like almost 50k blocks. But anyway, what is left? Well, we need shields and smoke, because like this is not a good smoke setup. There's no shields on the sides, and we need them pretty desperately. I could probably do with armoring the Sea Whiz better. It's kind of weak. Definitely will probably need interceptors for torpedoes. I'm going to need to add detection. That's a big thing. I need to add outputs for the lambs. That's big. I need to armor the Azipods a little bit. Maybe remove some of these because this thing already goes like a ridiculous speed. It's like 47 meters a second. And I don't know how fast I need it to actually go. And we have a pretty big power draw. And then I'm just going to start using some of this space, like in the bow here. I have a ton of space. I'm just going to add like some more engines, some more redundant power, some material storage too. Same with back here. I'm just going to use this space for more things. As well as somebody, maybe it was Gmedism, maybe it was someone else. People are talking about using this space for redundant systems. I will also be doing that. So rest assured, my friends, that this will get used just the same. And I'm pretty sure we have space in the lambs for whatever I can think of to go here. Maybe power generation, I don't know. And I'm probably going to, where are my engine bays? Probably going to add stuff here. Maybe fuel engines or like turbines, something. Because we do have a bit of a power issue. We're not generating enough power at full load with the amount of Azipods I have. So I either have to reduce the speed that I go or increase my power. So I need to just test the ins and outs of that. So shields, smoke, redundant systems. I guess I could add some decoys. Detection, like I said, lambs. I want to add detection up here. There's already detection on the turrets, but I want more. Of course, we're putting sonar here. And yeah, we're basically one video away. So expect the next video to be the last of this series. Because I've been looking at this shit for months, and I am ready to be done. I am ready to move on and do other things in this video game. So yeah. Expect the next video to also have the exact details of the tournament. Get ready. Build your 2.1 million battleships now. Get them started. I have rough rules somewhere in my Discord, but they will be updated and the final rules will be announced during the next video. So get to work on your ships to kill this thing because I want to see it. Because, hey, guess what? This thing isn't going to be the best 2.1 million battleship, and I want to see all the creative ways that you can kill it so that I can make better ones. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please do the usual. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked, maybe do it. Maybe not. Definitely comment. I want to hear you roast me in the comments. I love it. I enjoy it. I thrive for it. I will see y'all in the next Shady's back.